back to our channel. I'm Caitlin. Kadeem is behind the camera, and this is Relation-ish. You're not gonna speak to the people from behind the camera, babe? Oh, okay. So today what we're going to be doing is a review of the Uppababy Vista 2 stroller. So this is something that we actually had on our registry. I did research for months on strollers. I wanted to make sure that we got the best one. Of course, in every other baby video that you've seen us do a review on, if you've watched our previous videos, you know that you're not really gonna know what your baby likes until they come, and then they won't like it anyway. So yeah, I was really hoping that you like this because this is a very expensive stroller. This one is, starting with the color, this is obviously it's black, but the option is Jake. And it's black carbon and black leather, which I'll show you where that is once we start going over the pieces of the stroller. And the configuration that we got, there's a bunch of different ones you can go with, is the stroller and the bassinet, which was $969.99. Amazon and Uppababy. And it also comes with a 2-year limited warranty. Not sure everything that entails, but I'm pretty sure it's online somewhere, and we will put a link in the description so that you can go and check it out and see dimensions and everything else. So now we're gonna get straight into it, and the way that I'm gonna go over the features is I'm gonna go over it as pros and cons, and of course we're gonna start with the good stuff, all of the pros. So the first one that we're gonna go with is this extended canopy. Okay, so for the extended canopy, this right here is the regular, like this is just how you pull it out, the regular size of the canopy. Now there's a zipper on this side that I just unzip, and now it comes down a little bit further. So if it's really hot outside, if it's really sunny, then she has more coverage, and we can pull this down so we can see her through here. And also there's a mesh pad up here at the top, so while you're pushing baby, you can see right down inside. I really, really love that feature. I think it's really awesome. And then there's just so much mesh and ventilation all through the stroller. So even though it covers so much, you don't have to worry about whether or not it's breathable. The next pro that we have doesn't really apply to us, but it may apply to someone else if you're considering this stroller. There are so many different configurations and so many additional pieces that you can buy to make this stroller however you need it, like what works best for you. For example, if you have 3 kids, instead of pushing a double stroller or 3 strollers, I've never seen a 3-seat stroller. I don't know, I'm pretty sure there's one out there somewhere. But if you have 3 kids, you can push them with just this single stroller. And then there's just different pieces that you have to buy and attach to this same base. So you don't have to keep buying separate strollers. You just add on to the base once you purchase it. So if you have a lot of kiddos, that may be something that you might want to look into. Right now we just have the one and we're good with that. The next one is the easily adjustable straps. So right here, to loosen it, all you do is pull up on these 2 tabs right here, and they come up very, very easily. And then to tighten, you just pull them down. I suck at playing with straps. I hate doing it. It's super annoying. I know I'm not the only one. So that's something that I really, really love, is because as soon as I put her in, I just push these up to get her situated, and then as soon as she's comfy, I pull those down. And then especially if she's sleeping, I want it to be a little bit more snug so she doesn't move around as much. Next feature that is a pro for us is the reversible seat. So when she goes for walks, I love to switch this around, but right here there's 2 little buttons on the side right behind the handlebar that you can push, and this comes up very easily. Now I can turn it around and it easily clips back down, and now I'm looking at her. I love this. In the grocery store, she's super cute, so everyone always wants to be in her face. I think that's super, super sweet, but sometimes I don't really like it, so I just try to turn her towards me so I can see her, and everything's good. So this is like a perfect thing. So next feature that is a pro is the rain and bug shield material that's all over the stroller. So up here from the canopy down to the part that she sits in for heat, that was so simple, and this part of the stroller is super light, so it's so easy to do. Even right here to where she puts her legs and the organizer on the bottom. All the material is water and bug shield, so that's really, really nice. There's been plenty of times when she's been drinking water out of her sippy cup or drinking off of her bottle, and it's just been really, really easy to take a rag or a wipe and just wipe it off, and it's fine. Next feature that is a pro is this deep ventilated bassinet. So with this right here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this attachment off and show you how this would work. Hi, baby. Okay, so with this, you can do the same thing. You can face the bassinet out or face it towards you. But for now, I'm just gonna put it out here so you can see. Same concept with locking it in. Very easy to do. And it's in there. So the way that you would pull this up is just to push this button, and that's how it goes up and then down. And then if you wanted to adjust this canopy right here, there's two little buttons on the inside that you press, and then this comes down. That's it. It's super deep, so baby has lots of space, and then there's a little cover on the bottom. The fabric in here is very, very soft, very, very breathable. All of these parts are machine washable, which is great. And then there's a nice little pad in the bottom so that it's soft but not too soft, because you know babies need to sleep on firm surfaces. And then there's pieces in the bottom that lock in so that you can keep it firm while you're using it. So we used the bassinet up until she was about, I think, 5 or 6 months. This can hold up to 30 pounds, while that one can hold up to 50 pounds, the toddler insert. But we used this up until she was about 6 months. She could still fit as far as weight, but she's just very long, so this just isn't something that we need to use anymore. So we're good with using the other piece. But that's about all when it comes to the bassinet. This was just, it was really nice, but packing it and traveling with this configuration right here is just so bulky, you have to remove it to fold it. And so it just wasn't really ideal when we needed to go places. All right, next one. Can we put this back? Thank you. Sienna, are you parking? Is that what you're doing? All right, next one is the one-hand adjustable grill right here. You just push this button right here, and then you can adjust this part here. This is all leather here, and then there's also leather right here. I really like this because and this is really soft and feels really good. Sienna likes to lean forward sometimes and put her mouth on it, and because this part is soft, it doesn't really bother me as much. So this is really nice, and then we also have a cute little toy that we put there. I just took it off for the purpose of this video. You can also remove it and clean it if you need to. There's a zipper on the inside. All the pieces are very easy to take apart and clean and put back on. Yes. All right, the next pro, we actually just discovered this feature. Had we watched more videos, we probably would have learned it. But I have to say this is one of my favorites. When she's sleeping, Kadeem actually figured this out because we were out and she was sleeping. She was kind of leaning forward, and I wanted her to recline, and I'm like, that's a huge downfall for the stroller. Well, actually, right here on the back, if you push, you can slide this back as far as, here, let's move this. This is just a little organizer that you can put like your phone and drinks in and stuff. It was like $19.99, I think, we just got it. But anyway, you can push it back as far, like this far. I haven't had to push it back that far, and then of course you can still have the canopy if you want baby to lay completely flat. Or just push the button and push it up. Also with the legs, so that she's like comfortable 100%, there's two little knobs right here that you can press, and you see this is for the footrest. You can push it up that way so baby's legs are flat, or like this so baby's legs can dangle however you want. So there's just so many different ways that you can adjust the stroller so that baby can be as comfortable as possible. That was something that was really, really big for me because I'm like, if we're gonna spend almost baby shower. You just want to make sure that no matter how you set it up, it's something that you can make to be comfortable for your baby. The next thing is the rear wheel brakes. Let me pick this up. So the brakes on the back, there's a little lever behind the wheel, and it has a light indicator, so you can tell when it's green, then the brakes are unlocked, and then you push this little lever down with your foot, it's red, and now it's locked. And that's it. Super simple, super easy. I have seen strollers where they don't have the little indicator, so you can't tell unless you have to rock it. But sometimes we don't have time for that when we're out, so I really like that. The next thing is the all-wheel suspension. So all 4 wheels, there's suspension, and then there's 2 also locks on the front, which you can press here to turn it off. But I like to keep it on because we go for a lot of walks, and of course there's lots of bumps on the sidewalks and in the road. So the ride is super smooth, and I can feel it while I'm pushing her. Like, this is the smoothest rolling stroller, and I've pushed other strollers just to kind of see how they feel, and this one feels absolutely amazing, like it's gliding. Kind of like the icon that David's driving right now. Now we're gonna get into the cons. That was a really, really big pros list, and while the pros do outweigh the cons, I do want to get into those. All right, so now for the cons. The list is small, but they are very important, so we're gonna go over them. The first con is this stroller weighs 27 pounds. That's not super heavy, but it is heavy when you're trying to run errands with a baby in and out of the stroller. That's a little bit on the heavy side. Also, if you can't tell, this is very, very bulky. I'm going to fold this. So there's 2 levers right here that you pull, and then it folds down like that. Now it's super easy to do. That was super easy to do. So folding it and unfolding it is not an issue at all. It's carrying it and picking it up that's kind of an issue, or can be. Now, just to show you how big this thing is, it comes up almost to my hip. So this is a really, really, really huge stroller. There is no other way for you to fold this and make this smaller. This is how it is when you fold it. All right, so here with it folded, the only way you can unfold it is from the left side, this lever right here. You're gonna push it in, and then you can back up and it'll come out. So like I said, folding and unfolding, not an issue. But carrying it like that and picking it up in and out of the trunk is definitely a hassle, and we will go outside and show you that and what it looks like as far as space in the back of an SUV and space in the back of a car, just so you can see how much space you'll have left over if you did choose to purchase the Uppababy Vista V2 version. Another con about this is the storage space under the bottom. So I would have mentioned it earlier, but it's a con for me. So right here, there is storage space, and then there is a little pocket right here for you to put a drink or something. But there's a bar right here in the middle that you can't move. It's just a part of the base. It's just aluminum bar. So it kind of takes away from some of the space that would have been under the bottom. If that bar wasn't right there, I would say that the storage space under the bottom was pretty adequate, because you could easily slide a diaper bag in and out. But unfortunately with that there, you can't really do that, and you have to do a lot of pushing and pulling and moving. So it's a really big inconvenience to use it. So I have to kind of put bags just in the front or something just in the back. It's not going to use the whole bottom of the storage space. And then the last con that I had was, this is a very sturdy stroller. Like, it feels really nice with the base and everything, and like I said, it's heavy, but the frame scuffs and scratches very easily. So from the first time Kadeem and I pulled this stroller out, Sienna hadn't arrived yet. She was still cooking in the oven, and we took it outside just to kind of see how it would be carrying it up and down stairs. And we had already scuffed this part of the stroller right here where the footrest is. So down here closer to the bottom, we'll show you a close-up so you can see there's just a lot of scraping and scuffing here. There's a lot right here, and then there's a little bit on the sides. Now the outside is a little bit harder to scuff because that is more like an aluminum frame, but the parts on the inside, super, super easy to scratch, super easy to scuff. Not something you really want to look old, especially with the price. Like you think you want to keep this for like years just in case you have more babies. So it can make it look a little bit old, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So those are our pros and cons list for this stroller. But is it worth almost $1,000? I'm going to say yes. Like I said before, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So that list was very, very long, whereas the cons are too short. The cons are very important because they have to do with everyday use. And you definitely want something that is convenient. And like I said, folding and unfolding is convenient, but it doesn't take that long to put it in and out of the trunk. So I guess it's not the biggest downfall for me. It wasn't like a deal breaker where I felt like we needed to get rid of it. And because of the suspension and how smooth of a ride it is and all of the different configurations I can do just to this part to make Sienna as comfortable as possible, that is like a major pro. So as long as she's comfortable, I think I can deal with the inconvenience of the storage space on the bottom and everything else. I think there's ways around that, like maybe getting a hook, utilizing the parent organizer that I showed you guys earlier that Velcros on the handle. Just those are some other little things that you can do to help make this a little bit more comfortable for you as the parent utilizing the stroller. So right now that's all I have, and we're going to take it outside so that you can see it and see how it is putting it in and out of the back of the wheels. Now we're outside, and this is the stroller. This is the Audi Q7, so the back is very spacious. I actually had to upgrade from a, that's not really an upgrade, kind of, I guess, size. Had to get a bigger vehicle to accommodate Sienna and all of her things. So this is it when we fold it, and now I'm just gonna pick it up and slide it in. So, well, obviously that's in the middle, but I'm gonna put it just on one side, just so you can see how much space that takes up, even in an SUV of this size with that much space. It's pretty bulky, but we make it work. And now we're gonna take this out and put this in the back of Denise's car so we can see how much space he'll have left when we go out. Make sure this is in all the way. So with this part right here, we've tried this before, the trunk won't close all the way. So I'm gonna turn it to the side, and I just kind of have to like maneuver it a little bit. There we go. That's what it's looking like in the back of there. Not a lot of space left over to really put anything or do anything, but it's a little bit. So I guess if it doesn't matter to you, then that's fine. We know if we were to take his car, we just have to kind of pack light. That's it. That's our review on the Uppababy Vista V2. And I definitely think it's worth it. I definitely love the stroller. The pros definitely outweigh the cons. And yeah, if there's anything else that you guys want to see us do a review on, just make sure that you comment below and let us know. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we'd appreciate the feedback, the love, and the support. To see you guys next time.